Okay, YouTube is live.
Facebook.
Facebook cannot.
Alamak, Facebook cannot pula. Facebook cannot, May.
Why
What's the issue?
What's the issue?
There's no stream key.
Got. You select streaming software. So, but I think you select webcam, is it?
Okay.
The video source.
Facebook, okay? Okay lah, Aisyah, tuan tengok.
Dia dah bagi link tu lah. Saya just pergi kat link ni je.
I'm meeting all these people, ya. Aisyah, tolong masuk from yours ke Facebook. Tak boleh ya, Akila. Yeah, meeting.
Akila, I call you.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining today. We will start soon. In the meantime, I appreciate everyone to please scan this QR code. Azira, tolong admit. Hi everyone, welcome once again to our first online briefing for the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. Just want to check whether everyone can hear me clearly. And can you see the QR code on screen? Appreciate if you can just submit your attendance by scanning the QR code. Thank you so much. Hi May, just quick check Facebook and YouTube. You can hear me clearly?
YouTube is alright.
About Facebook?
Facebook is up now. Yep, audio is good.
Okay, audio all okay, yeah? I hope everyone on Teams, Facebook and YouTube can hear me clearly. Thank you once again for joining us today for the first Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment online briefing. So we are expected to start at about 11:28. Let's give it a few minutes for all the attendants who have registered with us today to join in. All right. So we have 3 platforms via Microsoft Teams, via Facebook, and also via YouTube Live today. All right. So very excited to have all of you here with us today. So just give us a few minutes Just a bit of housekeeping. During the presentation, please mute your microphone. And if you have any questions along the way, unmute your mic and please state your name and organization, introduce yourself, and ask questions related to the briefing today. All right. Once again, welcome everyone. Today, please do scan the QR code just for your attendance today. Much appreciated. And we will start in a few minutes. Appreciate if you can please mute your microphones. Thank you so much, everyone. You can unmute your mic later on if you have any questions for us about the Merdeka Award Grant. While waiting, for those of you who have not followed us on our social media platform, please just search for Merdeka Award, Merdekaaward, on all social media platforms. We're available on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, X as well. The briefing today would take roughly about an hour from 11:30 to 12:30. Let's give it a few more minutes here to admit some of the attendees for this briefing today. And we will start in perhaps about 5 minutes. We'll start at 11:35. All right?
Should I record?
Thank you to all those who just joined us on Microsoft Teams, on Facebook, and also YouTube. We would appreciate if you can please scan the QR code displayed on screen. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And we'll start in about 3 minutes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for taking time with us today as we take you through the briefing basically on the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment, which was just launched recently. So we will take you through in terms of what the grant is all about, and later on you'll have some Q&A. We can ask questions along the way as well. So but in the meantime, we appreciate if all of you could please mute your microphone during the presentation, and later on if you have any questions, please unmute, state your name, your organization, and address your questions directly to us. All right? Thank you very much. Welcome everyone. One more minute before we start. We'll start at about 11:35. In the meantime, please do scan your attendance. Much appreciated. Scan the QR code, yeah? And please mute your mic during the presentation. Thank you so much. Welcome everyone. All right, so it is 11:35 a.m. I think we're still getting people in. It's okay. So I think we can start the briefing right now. In the meantime, appreciate if my colleagues Akila can put the QR code for attendance in the Microsoft Teams chat. So those who have just joined, appreciate if you guys can please scan the QR code to just check in your attendance this morning, and we will start the briefing right about now. So please appreciate if you can mute your mic during the presentation. The presentation will be around 1 hour. And during the Q&A later on, or any step along the way, you can just unmute your mic, state your name, organization, and your questions directly. All right. All right. Thank you once again for joining the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment first online briefing. Right. On behalf of the founders, Petronas and Shell, we would like to thank you for joining us today for the first Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment online briefing. I've mentioned earlier, so this briefing will roughly take you about an hour, about 20 minutes for the presentation itself, and we will have a Q&A later on, and we are expected to end at about 12:30 p.m. All right. So if you have any questions, please unmute your mic and ask directly to us, or you can put it in the chat. All right. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Nadia. I am from the Merdeka Award Trust Secretariat. So today we have a very exciting program to talk to you about, which is the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. So a little bit of overview of the trust fund itself. So the trust was formed in 2007 via a collaborative effort between Petronas and Shell to recognize and reward individuals as well as organizations who has contributed a lot to the country and impacted the nation's growth. We also want to inspire more Malaysians to be like our Merdeka Award recipients as well via some of our other programs as well. So what are the Merdeka Award Trust programs? So we have two core signature programs, which I will take you through later on. The first one, which is the Merdeka Award itself, which was introduced in 2007. And the second one is the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment, which was introduced in 2012. All right. So the first award was held in 2008, and the first grant program was held in 2013. However, since 2019, we've alternated both programs to give better focus to each program. Yeah, we've also increased the number of recipients for the grant program beginning 2019 onwards. And all the information, if you'd like to know more about the award, I'll take you through roughly. But the focus today will be more on the grant program. Right? Okay, so I'll just introduce you quickly to our Merdeka Award Trust Board of Trustees. These are the one.
You are muted. Sorry.
Sorry.
Nadia, you are on mute.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. My apologies. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Was I on mute from beginning just now? My apologies.
No, just recent. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just take you through. So these are the Merdeka Award Trust Board of Trustees. Merdeka Award Trust Board of Trustees. And these are the individuals responsible in selecting the recipients for the Merdeka Award itself, as well as for the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. So our board is led by His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, who is our royal patron and chairman. And of course, we have representatives from the two founding companies, Tan Sri Tengku Muhammad Taufik from Petronas, as well as Puan Siti Hurara Sulaiman from Shell Malaysia. We also have two independent board members, Datuk Muhammad Medan Abdullah, who will be with us until 2026, as well as until this year, as well as Prof. Asma, and we have Karina Fauzi, who is the secretary to the board. Okay, so first up is the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. So the objective of the grant is to provide young Malaysians with an opportunity to go for short-term collaborative projects or attachment at any internationally renowned global institution, basically. So the program basically, our aim for the program is to help you enhance your skill, you build your network in various fields, including education and community, environment, humanities, arts and sports, environment, planetary health, science, technology, and innovation. So the grant has something for everyone, basically. So what we want you to achieve is for you to develop your personal growth and advance your professional achievements by going for a 3-month attachment at your institution of choice. So basically at the point of application, you can come up with a proposal on what you're currently working on, basically. We're looking at something that is you're already working on. So when you submit your application, basically in any of those fields, education, community arts, etc., you just submit your application online via the Merdeka Award website. So we get asked a lot of this question all the time, like does that mean that the company or the trust fund would have exclusive rights to the project or research or proposal? No. The answer is no. We do not hold any claim to your research or your body of work. We just want you to level up basically your knowledge and your skills for you to be able to come back after the attachment and share that knowledge and experience with your colleagues and peers so that you can further complete your project or your research, basically. So point to note is the application was just launched on the 1st of January and it is open up until the 1st of May 2025. And all application is online via the Merdeka Award website, www.merdekaaward.my. A bit of more details about our grant program. The grant program is open to all Malaysians aged between the 22 to 35 years old. So this age requirement means we follow the calendar year at the point of you applying. So if you are 35 this year, doesn't matter if it's beginning of the year or end of the year, we follow the calendar year. Means that if you're 35 this year, you are still eligible to apply. All right. And the criteria for the grant itself is if you're an academic, doing research, etc., you will need a master or equivalent professional degree at the time of applying. And if you are a professional or working professional, basically, or those outside of academia, you need at least a recognized professional standing and substantial accomplishments in the field of which you are applying. This means that whatever the project may be, it's not something that you just thought of like after you see this grant and say, you know what, I want to study so and so. No, it should be something that you're currently working on, and by going for this attachment, it can sort of add value to whatever work it is that you are currently doing right now. So it is not just for researchers or academics, it is also for working professionals. The rule is so long as you are below 35 years old and you are a Malaysian. And this grant, it is an individual grant. So where the Merdeka Award I mentioned earlier is open to individuals and organizations. The Merdeka Award Grant is an individual grant. So it's directly to you, basically. So what we hope you to achieve during the attachment itself is for you to participate in collaborative working relationships with other experts in any chosen field at any international host institution. You name it, dream big. You can go to any of the Ivy League universities, MIT, Cambridge, whatever, so long as it fits the current body of work or your current project, basically. And during that 3 months, we hope that you are able to network among your peers or other industry experts, and then when you come back to Malaysia, you are able to share your knowledge and experience. And this 3 months attachment will add on more to whatever it is that you're currently working on, so that you can come back and share it with your team and other Malaysians as well. All right. So maybe I forgot to mention earlier, this year marks the 10th year of the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. Sorry, 10th cycle of the grant. So why you should apply for the grant is we cover all related expenses for the 3 months attachment. So for example, because this is not a scholarship, it is not something for you to complete your PhD, etc. It is not. It is basically an attachment. We provide you with an opportunity to go for 3 months attachment, and we provide you with the financial support needed during that 3 months. So anything that you require, for example, logistics, airfare, accommodation. Some institutions have related fees for you to go for the attachment, but some don't. So it depends on where you're going as well. And if you need any other related fees such as visa application or lab fees, etc., whatever it is required during that 3 months, we would cover. What we hope you to achieve is, like I mentioned earlier, is a opportunity for you to develop your professional goals, for you to embark in a learning experience and network outside of Malaysia with other industry experts. And some of our previous grantees have mentioned that this grant will help them in terms of engaging with a wider network. After if you are our grant recipient, it sort of opens more doors for you. So we hope we are able to help you in your career or in your whatever it is that you're working on currently as well. All right. So there's no employment bond with the trust fund or with Petronas and Shell. The work is yours, so you don't have to worry about that. Of course, during the attachment, you would have to do some reports for us, and weekly reports. And when you come back, you just have to submit a report that concludes what you have learned during that 3 months, and that's it basically. You just have to compile all your receipts during the attachment. And share it with us. That's all. That's all we require from you during and also after the attachment. Of course, there'll be some speaking opportunities or interviews to help us sort of promote the grant as well. All right. So I'll take you through the evaluation and selection process basically. So I've mentioned the application is open online on the Merdeka Award website. So it's open from the 1st of Jan until the 1st of May. So we are at step number 1 now. So next up will be the shortlisting, where our founders committee will do a first round of shortlisting. Means they will trim down the list from all the hundreds of applications basically to about maybe 20 to 25. All right, so that would take some time in May, and then this will be followed with an interview with our selection committee, where they will further trim the list to about 10 or maybe 12 or 11, depending on the submissions that we have this year. So step number 3 means you are a finalist for the Merdeka Award Grant, which will then require you to submit a video, a 2-minute video, for the Board of Trustees final selection, which is step number 5. So step number 2 will be sometime in May, the first shortlisting. The second shortlisting will be sometime in June, and the final selection by our Board of Trustees will be in July. The official announcement of our recipients for the year will be made end of August, so stay tuned for that. And at any step of the way, if you are a successful candidate, be it in the semi-finals or the final selection, we will notify you via email and phone call. So we will be in touch with you, and some updates will be provided on our Merdeka Award social media as well as our website. All right. So I've mentioned that all application is online via the Merdeka Award website. I will now take you through more details on how you can submit your application basically online. So just go to www.merdekaaward.my, click on the link, and click on the grant application tab on the top right of the window. All right. There's also award nomination, but that is for Merdeka Award, which I will take you through later on briefly as well. Right. So read through the application steps. There are 7 in total, so for you to understand about the grant and what you have to go through as well. So the 7 steps may seem like a lot, but it's pretty simple, and some of them are basic information about yourself basically. So if you have not applied for the grant before, you click on new for you to generate a unique code. So this unique code, you can use it over and over again to save as you go in the application. I mean, if you start now, you can use the same unique code to pick up where you left off in terms of the application process. All right. But if you are an existing user, just check your previous email. For the unique code, you can use the same token code for you to submit your application as well. All right. So read through all the points. Enter your email address. What is it? Can you please? Is there a question on the chat box?
Hello. So the question is from Aina. Given the scenario, a part-time professionals and ongoing master student applying for this grant to learn case study or method, only tested at one institution, contributing to the final outcome of their thesis, can they able to apply? Are they eligible to apply for this grant?
Sorry. So maybe if you're still online, would you like to unmute your mic? And so you are a working professional, and you would like to apply for the grant. Is it? Sorry, I didn't. That was quite a long question. I missed the. Can you show me your screen, please?
So the question is from Aina. So she said, given the scenario, a part-time professional and ongoing master student applying for this grant to learn case study or methods, only tested at one institution, contributing to the final outcome of their thesis, can they able to apply, or are they eligible to apply for this grant?
If this grant helps you in your body of work, you can apply under working professional. So it shouldn't be a problem, basically. All you have to do is just get the necessary clearance from your superiors, to go for that 3 months attachment. Yeah. All right. So I hope that answers your question. All right. Okay. So I'll just then continue on the application process, and perhaps other questions we can take on after I've done the full briefing. Okay. So so where was I? So on the application process, like I mentioned, you have to generate your unique code, right? Just key in your email address, click submit. Sometimes because of firewall settings on your own, sometimes some organizations have firewall settings, right? So you just have to check your junk box or trash. Sometimes the code will be sent there. So it should be from Merdeka Award. The code will look something like this. Copy this and you can log in already. So now we will go through the 7 checkpoints to complete the application process. So first would be personal information. So that's pretty basic. Second would be application type. There are a few disciplines that I mentioned earlier: education and community, humanities, arts and sports, environment and planetary health, as well as science, technology and innovation. So pick the application type that suits your proposal or your body of work, and then fill in some career and academic information, as well as your research proposal, a summary of your research proposal at this point, as well as list down any awards or grant that you have received. You must attach some supporting documents, which I will take into detail later on as well. And the last step will be to review and click submit. So that is the 7 checkpoints that you need to complete for the application process. All right. So now I'll go into a bit more detail in terms of the application. So first one is personal particulars: your name, your IC, just your mobile number, all your details basically, so that we are able to reach you. Step 2 would be your application types. So I've mentioned some disciplines. So we have 4 right now. So anything got to do with education and community work, if you're working with an NGO, or if you're doing anything got to do with education or contributing back to the community, it will be under education and community. If you are working on anything on environment or planetary health, such as sustainability, natural resource, climate change, biodiversity and conservation, will be under the environment and planetary health category. Or if you are working on anything got to do with humanities, arts and sports, literature, linguistic, history, cultural, economic studies, etc., will be under that. And if it is under science, technology and innovation, if it has to do with health or science, technology or innovative application of technology, would be under the 4th discipline. So pick the right application type and list down the preferred institution that you want to work with. So this is where you dream big. List down any institution or organization that you wish to work with. So at this point of time, you don't have to there's no need to confirm with the host institution. Basically, you will only do that once you are selected as a recipient of the grant. Then you can work on getting the placement in the institution of your choice. So for now, just list down options in terms of where you wish to go. Some of our previous grantees go to more than one location. But however, having said that, it has to make sense because you're only given 3 months, right? So whatever it is that you are proposing, you have to also reflect in terms of whether it's feasible for you to go to multiple places, whether it will be more beneficial for you to just go to one focused institution, and we will work with you along the way as well. All right? Next is your career and academic information. So just list down any accomplishments that you have achieved. If you have none, not to worry. And your academic information as well. All right. So just click add academic information and list down as many as you can. Now comes time for you to tell us a little bit more about your research proposal. All right. So first, come up with a title that is easy to understand on what you plan to do, and so title of your research or title of your project, basically, and a summary of your research or project. So it does not have. So this summary, you don't. It's just below 350 words. It is. So I would really suggest for you to simplify what the proposal or project is about at this stage of time. You will be able to attach the full or technical proposal later on when you submit your attachment. Okay, to those of you who just joined us, welcome very much. Welcome to the briefing today. Not to worry, this session is recorded, so you can also watch it through on YouTube again. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us personally via email or via our social media platforms. All right. So I mentioned that for step number 2 is summary of your research in under 350 words. And the third question is for us to just get to know you a little bit more, basically, about your personality, your passion, your spirit, your determination, basically. So we would ask about how do you, in your current profession or field of study, demonstrate and uphold the spirit of Merdeka, because we are Merdeka Award. We are looking for passionate young individuals who are able to contribute back to the country. All right. So whatever it is that you're crafting, maybe you can have it reflect in terms of the potential impact to the country or to the people of Malaysia. The committee would love that. So every step of the way, click save your changes. So if you want to stop here for this time, you're able to. Yes, there is a question. Go ahead, Muhammad Tamim.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Okay, but just my question for the research proposal. I'm a bit just to make sure, is it the current proposal that we are currently working on, or does this proposal have to be the new proposal that we need to do specifically for this grant?
It depends on what you're working right now. Like I've mentioned earlier, preferably the committee wouldn't want something that you just thought of, because you want to make sure that you follow through in terms of research as well. Okay? So for that sustainability or continuity, basically, it should be something that you are currently working on, I would have to say. So that by going for this attachment, because sometimes research or project takes some time, right? We understand at this point of time, you have not completed the work yet. So that's fine. It is more about the potential impact of your work, basically. Yeah.
Understand. So we can use this opportunity to as an extension to enhance whatever that we are working on. For example, in my case, I'm also working on my PhD research project right now. So I can use this together with this grant to further develop whatever that I'm working on. So that's considered fine, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all my question.
You're welcome. Sorry if I may have missed any of your questions, Kapil, because I can't really see right now, but just unmute your mic, or you can raise your question if you're on Teams, or put it in the chat and my colleagues will be able to highlight it to me as well. All right? Oh, so we have a few. Let me read through. So, okay. The first question is on age. I'm 36 years old already, but by month I'm technically 35. I am so sorry. You are unable to apply. I'm so sorry, because we follow the calendar year, so you must be 35 and below this year. Doesn't matter when your birthday is. I'm so sorry about that. And the second, can you show us the previous success stories from previous cycles as well as their project? It's all available on our website, actually. You can look through under www.merdekaaward.my under past recipients of the grant. So you can read through about some of their proposals and what project that they did as well as where they went to. All right. And also there's also some stories that we've shared on LinkedIn on their attachment experience as well, so you can read through there as well as on our website. So the next question, may I know how many person will be selected in the final video pitch stage? So I've mentioned just now, step number 2, the semi-finalists will be about 20 to 25 maximum. Then they will trim it to half, say about 10, 12, 13 at most, to be recommended to the Board of Trustees for their final selection. So each year we're looking at about maybe 5, a maximum of 5 recipients for the grant. So I hope that answers your question. Hi, I'm a PhD student without master degree. Am I eligible to apply? Yes, if you have substantial experience in the field in which you are applying, you are eligible to apply. I have a voluntary position with an international NGO. Am I considered as a working professional? I'm not sure. Are you currently so you're on volunteer, right? So yes, I would assume you can be considered under working professional. Yes, that shouldn't be a problem. You're applying to master to realize your research, and is the grant suitable for me? If so, will there be another cycle next year? Okay, so you can try to apply. Yes, you are considered a working professional. For that, we need at least a degree or substantial experience in the field in which you're applying. So maybe substantial experience is a bit subjective. So 2-3 years, something that you've already been working on for some time. So yes, you are able to apply. Sorry, I miss. Okay. So you are able to apply, and we don't have the grant cycle next year. So I've mentioned earlier on, we have 2 programs, the award and the grant, and it is on alternate basis. So if this year we are focusing on the Merdeka Award Grant for international attachment, that means that next year will be focused on the Merdeka Award itself. So it's on alternate basis every year. So the next one would be in 2027 for Merdeka Award Grant. All right. So applications will open in Jan 2027 as well. That's a question. It's on the Merdeka Award. Okay, all right. Sorry, yeah. From USM, undergraduates able to apply if they complete the research proposal. Means yes, we need at least a degree basically if it's a research related. So I hope that answers your question, Huan Ying. Hello, I'm ongoing master student in my data collection phase. Is this grant suitable for me? Yes, it is. Masters and above, you can apply. Yes, there will be a YouTube link provided at the end. Just go to the Merdeka Award YouTube page. We have a bachelor's degree, currently working on research officer in my institution with current running research project. Would I still be eligible to apply? Yes. You are working professional. Yes, you can apply. Hi, is this amount of grant is fixed or every field it depends on the research? Yeah. For the point of time, we do not reveal any budget limitation basically. So you can just put it down, and if it is above our capping, we will work with you basically in terms of the budget requirement. So for now, in terms of the selection process, it is more focused on your proposal itself. So you still need to go through the budget, which I will go to later on as well. But for now, you have to propose. So if you're going to more than one place, you have to calculate the budget for both locations or in the budget as well. What if the team members consist of someone who is more than 35 years old? Like I mentioned earlier, this grant is an individual grant. So it is not, I mean, I understand some research and work, there's a team to it, right? But you then would have to decide basically who would be best suited or has the highest chance of being selected as a grantee. So then maybe when he or she comes back, they're able to share the knowledge and information with the team here as well. The last day of application is on the 1st of May 2025. Medical and dental degree are considered as professional degree, right? Yes, yes it is. Okay, so just now there was some question online. Would you like to unmute your microphone and ask the question now? Nanti. Hi, can you please state your name and organization, please?
Yeah, my name is Farid from UM.
Hi, Farid.
So I have a question about the institution that we're interested to be attached to. So let's say I have identified, let's say, 2 or 3 different institutions that fit our let's say proposal, the work that we want to do. We have to count all 3 because we have at this stage we don't know yet who's going to be accepting our application, right? So do we need to list out the potential institutions or just like one first?
You can list up to 3 basically at the point of application, right? And sometimes even if you want to go to more than one place, you can just list it down currently. You don't have to work on getting the placement yet. You only have to do it later on if you are selected as a recipient. And we understand sometimes at the point of applying, you want to go to institution A, B, and C, but in the end, maybe they don't have an attachment program or timing doesn't work out. You can change your host institution. You just can't change the title of your project or research basically, because when we select our recipient, it's based on that, not so much on where you want to go, because we understand that you are the subject matter expert. You would know who do you want to work with, right? So it's more based on your proposal. So you can change later on if you are selected as a recipient for the grant.
I see. My next question would be, if let's say we are selected as the recipient, when is the latest that we should secure the placement?
Okay, thank you. So sometime in August will be the official announcement, right? So after August, you can already work on your placement, and you are given until the end of 2026, means end of December 2026, for you to go for the actual attachment itself.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Did I miss any more questions? Anyone would like to ask a question right now, or I can continue on before I read a few more of the other questions online? There was a question, is the grant eligible for an individual project for an organization only? Not necessarily. Like I mentioned, it is an individual project, so it doesn't have to be tied to any organization, not necessarily. But it has to be something that you are working on, basically, if you're working professional, or one person can represent 2 different organizations. I'm not sure how that works. Like I mentioned earlier, it is more based on your project, basically. It's not about who you represent, organization. So you list down the relevant organization that you're working with, but it's more about the project itself. Amount of budget, we do not have a capping currently, so you can continue to propose, but if it is slightly above the average that we do, we will work with you so that you are able to go for the attachment itself without worry. All right, so we do not reveal our capping for the budget at this point of time. Just propose whatever it is that you need in terms of budgetary requirements. May I know if you are currently pursuing bachelor, we can apply for this grant. If it is research based, you can't. I hope that answers your question. You have reached the okay. What is the common duration of the attachment? 3 months. So maximum of 3 months. Some of you go to maybe 2 months, but I would really suggest for you to maximize, this opportunity and go for 3 months. You can go for lesser. We understand. How long is the duration supposedly for research project? This depends on your own research project actually, but the attachment itself, like I mentioned, we provide you with the necessities for you to go for 3 months attachment. Yes. So there was a question on how the committee shortlisted the candidates. Yes, it is based on the proposal, potential impact of that, sustainability, and not necessarily your accomplishments. That one is just for the committee to note. I know I've put there if you receive any funding or awards or any accomplishment, just for you to list down. But we do have some of our previous grantees who have not received any awards, so not to worry so much about that. Just list it down for us. So it's all basically about your proposal and the potential impact of your work. There was a question from proposed month to start attachment within 2025 or August starting 2026. I think this is about the attachment period. So like I mentioned, you can go anytime after August 2025 until the end of December 2026 if you are our grantee. And yes, the grant does cover research supplies or materials needed during the attachment itself. And the attachment, yes, it must be overseas.
Excuse me, Miss Nadia, just to confirm again regarding the period of attachment. You mentioned from August until December. So is it that the period we have to finish up the 3 months between August to December, or
No.
December is the last date for us to apply, and then we can, the 3 months exceed until the following year? How is that? the period
Yeah,
of
I mentioned
attachment.
August. It's actually August this year. So we will reveal our recipients end of August. So maybe perhaps September onwards or end of August onward. Once you know that you are a recipient this year, you can work on the attachment up until December 2026 for you to go for the attachment itself.
I see. So it's not limited within 2025.
No, it's not. We will select the recipients this year, but you can go up until the end of next year for the actual attachment.
All right, understand.
So you
So
have
that
some
makes
time
it
to work on
easier.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, to arrange
Yeah.
the scheduling and everything. All right.
Correct.
Thank you so
We
much.
understand. Yeah. But at any point of time when you have decided to even apply for the grant, it's good. It's good for you to have a chat with your superiors or your teammates, so that they know there is a
Yes.
possibility if you are selected, you might be gone for 3 months, 2 months, depending on how long you want to go. The following year. So at least it's not a surprise. And you have already been selected.
Yes,
Suddenly
correct.
you can't go for the actual attachment. So just have a conversation with your bosses, superiors, and inform them of the grant and how the grant can help the work that you're currently doing, basically.
All right. Thank you so much. That answers my question clearly.
What is the question just now? Sorry. There was one more online question, which is
From YouTube.
from YouTube. Proposed month to start attachment within 25. I think I just answered that question just now as well. All right. So anytime after August 2025 until December 2026, you can work on getting placement for your attachment. All right. Okay. Before I take more questions, just maybe let me just finish the online application. Just a few more steps. So, research proposal, summary of your research, make it layman, and then a bit of a personality question because we are Merdeka Award, so we want to get to know you a little bit more. Especially for the first stage, they won't be able to meet you, so this is the time for you to sort of show the other side of you as well. All right, and list down any awards or grants that you have received. Like I mentioned earlier, not to worry. This is just for our committee or any step of the way if they want to know a bit more about your body of work. But we do have some grantees who have not received any awards or any other funding, but that's fine. We just want to make sure, especially with regards to funding, that there are no similar grants that you have received. Same, maksudnya tak dapat double funding lah for the same thing. And I think our grant is quite unique in a sense that I'm not sure whether there are other grants similar to ours. If there are, please let me know because from our general search, there's not that many basically. So we just want to make sure that during the same time you're not receiving funding from two organizations. That's it in terms of funding. All right. So just list down the awards or grants received. And then this is the fun part, which is the supporting document, which I will go through right now. So we need your photo, we need attachment budget. At this point of time, like I mentioned, just please propose what you need to cover the 3 months attachment. There's no capping on our end for that. And if it's above the average, we will work together with you to make it work. Basically, we need a copy of your IC, and we need 2 letters of recommendation from your superior, your boss, basically to verify that you are currently working on this project. On this initiative or project or research, etc. We will also need your academic transcript, a resume, as well as the full attachment proposal. I mentioned earlier when during the application, there's a summary, right? So that one, you make it a bit as layman as you can, if I can give a suggestion. But during the proposal, you can add in more information. You can go technical here, and the committee will get all this attachment basically, so they will also review it as well. All right, and others would be maybe, I don't know if you have, because some of our previous applicants, they want to put in more information like some newspaper clippings or presentation basically to help the proposal itself, some submit videos. So this is the point in which if you want to, but if you don't want to also, that's fine. All right, this is just to help you in terms of the selection process. And then last step would be to just review the application, and please make sure that you click submit. Once you click submit, you will receive an email notification from our email. Check your spam mail as well, so that we want to make sure that your application is successful. All right. So that is the 7 application steps. So it's pretty simple, straightforward, except maybe perhaps the part where you want to attach the proposal. So that might take some time. From our survey that we've done, some of our previous grantees take up to 100 hours to complete the application. I was quite shocked as well, but to each their own. Some didn't take that long as well, so it depends on your study and your body. But I guess the proposal part is the challenging part as well. Yeah, the most challenging part, because you need to craft something out, and when you are drafting the proposal, I would highly recommend for you to highlight potential impact, of it and how it can contribute back to the country and to the people of Malaysia. Have a liner on how this will help more and more Malaysians, because we are Merdeka Award. So that's something that the committee would like to hear as well. Right? So upcoming event, of course, we have our first briefing today. We have another similar briefing in March. So do scan the QR code if you are interested to hear the briefing again sometime in March. I mean, you can start your application now and work around it before the closing date. We would really encourage for you to complete your application early, because from previous experience, a lot of the applications come on the last day of closing date as well. And sometimes there might be trouble because when everyone clicks submit on the last day, that's when sometimes your internet doesn't work, or that kind of thing. So we do not accept anything up after midnight on the 2nd of May. So please try your best to submit your applications as early as you can. And if you have any problems along the way, you still have time to reach out to us, the secretariat, via email or via social media, direct message, etc. There's various platforms for you to reach out to us as well. All right. So this thing is also available on our social media. So you can just register on our link tree on IG or Facebook. Okay. So before I go on to the next one, is there any more questions on the grant?
Okay, Miss, can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, do we need to get approval from the receiving university first, or can we just recommend the institution first?
You can recommend the institution. You do not need any confirmation from the host institution at the point of applying.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's more of a dream wish list lah, basically.
Great, super cool. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I also want to ask.
Yes,
So
go
we
ahead.
do not.
Can I have your name, please? Sorry, and organization.
I am Nurin Shamimi from International Islamic University Malaysia.
Hi, Shamimi.
Okay, hi. So I want to confirm. So we did not need to include any offer letter from our attachment that we choose for the application.
No. So where you want to go at the point of application is your dream institution wish list. Macam tu. You tak perlu ada confirmation. You don't have to contact the host institution at the point of applying yet. Cuma basically propose lah your dream list of who you wish to work with, why that you want to go to that place, the number one research or whatever in terms of whatever you're working on. Just a bit of justification why you want to go to that place. But like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you understand after the final selection, if you're already our grantee and you might not, that institution might not be accepting attachment, or timing doesn't work out for you, etc. with the mentor there, you can change your host institution at the end, but you cannot change the title or the core of your project basically, because that's what we selected you for.
I see. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Any more questions before I read the questions online?
Questions.
Can I get your name, please?
I'm Ken from University Malaysia Sabah.
Hi, Ken.
Yeah. I want to ask on the period of attachment, because you just said earlier we need to go for 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to ask, do we need to do the attachment direct in 3 month row, or just for another 1 month? Because in 1 month, dalam masa 1 bulan ke 1 bulan dah, maksud saya begitu.
Boleh. Okay.
Sebab sekarang ni saya dekat last semester, and maybe dalam during that attachment itu saya sudah balik kerja. Jadi mungkin saya ada isu untuk saya apply cuti for direct 3 months. Bolehkah saya buat dalam sebulan masa cuti semester, saya bekerja, and then another 1 month ke 2-3 month itu saya buat tidak direct lah.
Boleh. Jawapan dia boleh. Kita faham sometimes susah untuk dapat pelepasan selama 3 bulan direct, right? Tapi kebanyakan grantees kita go for 3 months directly lah, because they want to manage cost. So it depends. Especially kalau you nak pergi more than one place kan. It depends basically. But we do allow for you to go and come back and then go again lah. But kalau boleh tak sampai 3 kali lah untuk you pergi balik. Mungkin 2 kali. So that we can manage the cost as well. Because we also don't want you to spend a lot of time travelling, on the road juga kan. So we do allow for you to split the attachment period, yes.
Alright, thank you.
Tapi mesti complete dalam penghujung Disember 2026. Itu saja syaratnya.
Okay.
Okay, just now there was a question. Sorry, I missed you. Please go ahead.
Miss Nadia, sorry, just follow up to our friend's question just now. So since we can actually divide our time period of that 3 months too, is it allowed to be with multiple institution or only with one institution? Boleh lah. Maknanya, let's say within the 3 months, 1 month with one institution and maybe the remaining 2 months with another institution separately. Is that possible? Boleh.
Boleh.
So it's not necessarily just 3 months with one institution lah.
Boleh. Some of our previous grants, yes, the answer is you boleh split the attachment period. Some of our previous grantees have gone to just one. Ada juga yang nak fokus pergi just one place selama 3 bulan. Ada juga yang pergi 2 atau 3 tempat. Tapi my suggestion would be, because it's only 3 months kan, you kena manage your time lah. Takkan you nak pergi 3 tempat from different sides of the continent kan. Boleh sebenarnya, if it makes sense for you lah. We don't want to say no to you at this point of time because we want you to be able to learn as much as you can. Tapi kalau boleh, that's also, to keep in mind to manage the cost within reasonable bounds lah, having to sit that kan, sebab kalau you travel sana sini sampai 5 tempat tak boleh pula. So maybe no more than 3, or
Yes,
2,
yes.
you can split it to 2 so that you are able to focus juga sebenarnya in terms of whatever it is that you're working on.
Of course, definitely. Thank you so much, Miss Nadia. Oh, sorry, I
You're
forgot to
welcome.
introduce myself. I'm Tamim from MMU.
Hi, Tamim. Thank you so much for your question. Sekejap, before I read the question online, there was somebody who raised their hand just now online.
Yes.
Can you please
Hi, Puan Nadia.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Chris from National Sports Institute of Malaysia.
Hi, Chris.
Okay, I have one question. How should we approach planning the attachment budget, given that it is difficult to estimate at this stage, since we're still unsure, which institution that we wanted to work with?
I mean, I understand. Sometimes, I think for the other costs lah, for example, the bulk of it would be the flight, the logistics arrangement. You can sort of gauge from you punya online survey currently, and add a bit more just for planning purpose kan, takut terlebih, and have some MIS miscellaneous budget just in case. Yeah. But having said that, sometimes you don't know whether the place you want to go to ada ke tidak any related fees kan, because like honestly, most of our grantees the fees they don't have to pay because it is not like a PhD or something like that kan, dia bukan scholarship. So but some ada macam at least you kena bayar lab ke or whatever, that kind of thing if it's sports related, because you've not really received a sport. We have not had any sports recipients, so I'm not sure the kind of costing that will incur. But maybe I don't know, timing in court, that kind of thing. Maybe you can sort of gauge lah, if you use your network, your connection basically to find out whether this place would have roughly berapa. You don't have to confirm, and just put in some but like a rough estimation of related fees with regards to the placement itself lah. And the rest macam makan minum tu, we follow your institution or university punya subsistence allowance based on the region in which you're going. So senang for you to plan kan. So receipt untuk makan, you don't have to compile because you understand it's quite difficult kan. But for the rest of the items lah, like if you are selected as the grantee, you just have to keep track of your expenditure and share it with us because we are also auditable kan. So in case anything, there's a receipt. Okay?
Yeah. Following that, how about the budget limit? Is there any ceiling?
We do have ceiling, but we don't want you to be bogged down with that budget. So misalnya dream pick, letak je dulu whatever it is that you require. And if you are selected, we will work with you. Kalau terlebih ke terkurang pun kita akan work with you juga sebenarnya. Some budget sangat sikit dia letak. Tak semestinya you letak budget sikit you are selected ya. So sometimes we also worry. My boss will be asking me, betul cukup ke ni for 3 bulan? So we will work with you if the budget is too small or too big.
Yep. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions?
Hi, Miss Nadia. Thank you for the briefing. So my question is, my name is Sheila Julius from Match Foundation. My question is, can the proposal be something about developing partnership and collaborations during the attachment period that will be based on a impactful past project, if that makes sense?
Sorry, do you mind? I think I lost you there sekejap tadi. Do you mind repeating the question again? My apologies.
Okay, so can the proposal be something about developing partnership or collaborations during the attachment period? So the partnership will be based on a past project.
Past project, but has the project concluded or is it still expanding and growing?
It has, by then it will be concluded.
That's a trick question actually. But there is room for growth, right? My point being, if it is already completed, then why is there a need for you to go for the actual attachment still? Maybe you can help me understand a bit more.
Because there's a lot of potential for further development.
That's what I'm saying. So there is room for growth. Then yes, you are eligible to apply. Yes. You must highlight that point because then the committee might think it's already concluded. Why do I want to still send you for 3 months to learn? You've already completed the project. But then you must highlight that there's still room for growth, improvements, and the project is still ongoing for whatever reason. Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, go ahead. Next question. Amirul lah tadi nampak angkat tangan.
Okay, can I ask you a question or more?
Sure. Your name, please.
Okay. My name is Azam from the University of Technology Malaysia, UTN.
Hi.
Okay, hi. For the recommendation letter, do we need to send it to Sultan Nazrin Izzuddin or whom?
No. The letter you can just send to the secretariat. That's fine. You don't have to address it specifically to the Board of Trustees. Tak ada masalah.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss.
You're welcome. Any more questions? Tadi before I read the questions online. Shahira? Hello?
I just have one question. So let's say if our proposal is have like overlapping punya overlapping in between environmental, sustainability, and also science and technology. So which will be a suitable, macam mana nak pilih for the application?
You have to pick whichever is you feel the strong points of your work tu lah sebenarnya. Yeah, it depends. And the committee would pick from various disciplines in the end line, but it depends on the proposal punya, how strong is the proposal as well, the potential impact, so I can't really say they will pick one from each category, tak juga. So it depends on the committee this year and the board and your proposal as well. So you would know your project more, which one is the strong point. You rasa is it stronger in terms of science technology? Does it provide macam something innovative solution, memang tak pernah ada this kind of solution or technology? Then maybe there, or is it a solution, or is it stronger in terms of how it contributes back to the environment? Macam tu, you need to identify where it is more stronger. Like if I can, does that make sense? Like you have to determine yourself jugalah sebenarnya mana yang dia lagi kuat.
Okay. Alright. I understand that, but does it matter where you put it?
No, not necessarily lah juga. It's just more for our classification jugalah sebenarnya. Yeah.
Okay. So it even if it's interdisciplinary, so it doesn't matter lah.
Ya, betul. Cuma if you put under technology, yang akan evaluate will be the industry experts. Some of our committee members are internal as well as external kan. So it's how do I say this? If you go the technology or innovation punya route, then those kind of people will go into technical details of your proposal lah. So it has to reflect that in your proposal too. If it's environment, there's macam tu lah, different committee lah yang akan pilih. So susah untuk I give you an answer. You would have to really think through lah. You nak pergi which part you nak highlight more of your research or proposal. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, you're welcome. Okay, I pause sekejap online question atau I jawab dulu soalan. Okay, going through the past recipients has paid to no outstanding contribution to arts. Is that because there's a new category this year? Okay, actually yes, arts is new, but we already have one artist who's won the grant, which is Syak Koyo 2017, tak silap I. So yes, we are looking for more artists, and itulah cuma Merdeka Award is quite known for the technical science and technology. I guess because people think it's backed by Petronas dengan Shell, which is not. There is something in it for everyone. So yes, please do apply and spread the word among your arts fraternity as well. I'm sure the committee would love that juga. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Kevin. So arts includes performing arts, fine arts, anything as well. So you can apply. All right. Do we need to include an offer letter from attachment? No need. You don't need to include an offer letter at the point of applying. Like I said, dream big. Put in your dream host institution. You want to travel in January 20, but maybe there are some issues or reason we need to postpone travel to another month. It's okay. That's fine. We can work with you if you are a recipient in terms of placement, so long as it's within 2026 lah. Yeah. Yeah, we can work around with you and in terms of getting the placement. We provide you support letter so that you can successfully get the placement itself as well. Is there any legal action if we get the grant but after December still can't find any placement? Well, it's very difficult for me to say if there's any legal action. Legal action only kalau you breach of contract kan. Cuma we will work with you lah as much as we can for you to get the placement. But of course, if you need to extend, we need to go to our board. They need to approve it, but we don't really encourage that. So far, grantees tak ada masalah untuk travel within that because we give you more than enough time kan, like more than a year for you to try to get your placement. So as soon as if you are our grantee, work on it siap-siap, jangan tunggu, because then you reach out to as many people as you can. Use your current network, your lecturers, your bosses cover to find connections in the institution that you want to go to lah. I hope that answers your question, Husna. And then Shamuka asked, should we reach out to find the attachment ourselves or we contact on it? So yes, this is a good question. In terms of placement, you have to work on getting the placement yourself. We just provide you the funding basically and the necessary support. You need to get a support letter ke apa to strengthen your case. So nak get the placement, you have to work on it yourself. I hope that answers your question. Is the proposal actually to be a new project or ongoing? Preferably ongoing project because we want to, make sure that it is sustainable. You are also going to continue until it finishes. So preferably ongoing project. Is there any limitation in pages for the proposal? In the attachment tak ada, dia cuma ada file size. So you have to just trim your file size. Alamak, selepas. Contohnya. Banyak soalan. Legal action, okay. Is there a limitation? Tak ada limitation. In the attachment tak ada lah, cuma the summary of the proposal is within 350 words, okay? If I current research, it's from MOE, does that mean no, you can apply if you have received other grants or funding, because I'm sure that grant would be on the actual project itself. So we want to avoid duplication. Masuk kalau you dapat other attachment like grant for you to do the same thing. That's the only thing that we try to avoid. The rest of it is just if you have received any grant or funding on the project, for you just to list down for our committee's information. Is the budget that we need to propose for the 3 months attachment on for the project itself? No. The attachment or the grant, the Merdeka Award Grant, it is not for your project. So the funding is not for you to develop that project or for the project itself. Tidak. It is for the attachment itself. So logistic costs, any related costs for you to cover, for you to go for the 3 months attachment only, because we are an attachment grant. I hope that clarifies your question. Sekejap I think I've answered about PhD research. You can apply. Proposal template tak ada, so please put in all information macam background, objective and conclusion lah. That's what maybe I can highlight, but we don't have a specific template because our bidang is quite besar. It's not just science technology, it's also like I mentioned, the arts and other something in it for everyone as well. If you're a master student but also a research assistant, you can apply. It depends if you are working, you professional, you can apply, or if it's for you to complete your research, you can also apply. You can submit your applications in Bahasa Malaysia, tak ada masalah, boleh. YouTube, budgeting, living costs, taking consider family members, no. We only cover, you nak bawa you punya family members, that's up to you, but in terms of everything else, we only cover for one person. Flight for one person, bilik pun for one person, macam tu lah, okay? So we do not cover any family members, but if you want to bring, it is at your own cost. Almost complete PhD, is he eligible to apply? Yes. Got funding from scholarship, other government entity, yes, you are eligible to apply, so long as that's separate, because our funding is for the attachment program itself. So yes, you are eligible to apply if you have received other government funding or scholarship, you boleh, so long as it's not another grant attachment yang ada on the same project. Is the grant pay and claim? No. Before you go, we will transfer you the amount of money. We will sign a contract before you go. We will give you the money before you go for the actual attachment itself. So you have to work ahead lah. Get your placement, fund your budget before you go, and then we sign a contract, and then we will transfer the money to you before you actually go for the attachment. Or be covered beside travelling, daily allowance, lapse. Insurance cover, any incidental cost, lab fees, amenities cover. registration pun cover. If you want to go for conferences nearby, during the attachment pun we cover. Alright. So basically anything that you need lah during that 3 months to make you comfortable juga. Tapi it has to be within reasonable bounds jugalah. Janganlah you propose you stay dekat 5-star hotel, tidaklah kan. So macam you have to be reasonable as well in your budget planning for the attachment itself. You can not necessarily for the attachment, you tak semestinya pergi in university sahaja. You can also go for industrial companies as well if it makes sense in terms of your body of work. You just have to find out whether they would accept something like this jugalah. Alright. How many participants chosen? Maximum of 5 this year. Yes, there will be a recording. And tourism industry can also be related. Yes, it can. Maybe community, depending on what aspect of tourism it is lah, yeah. Or environmental tourism ke, I'm not sure. So it depends on the category. You just have to find the right discipline to pair it with. Hi, Miss Nadia, I'm currently pursuing postgraduate.
Sorry.
You have 3 years of work experience. Yes, you're eligible to apply. Sorry?
I'm sorry. Can I ask question now, or you would like to finish first?
Kejap banyak lagi ni soalan ni. Just let me finish online and I'll come back to you shortly. Sekejap ya.
Thank you very much.
Just give me a few minutes. Do research supplies or testing of materials covered in the grant? Yes. Lab ada some of our grantees pernah put some related lab fees to it as well because we understand takkan nak bawa pada sini kan. So yes, it is covered. Petronas and Shell staff is not eligible to apply. I'm so sorry. If you want to collaborate with Petronas dengan Shell, would that be okay? Depends on where it's based because syarat dia has to be outside of Malaysia. This is the first question that we received, so maybe we can work with you lah, basically. Alright. You are a special doctor. I was wondering if the award is primarily focused on research project or it could also be support subspecialty attachment. I'm not sure about this question. Maybe if you're still online, you can ask the question later on as well. But I tak berapa nak faham what you are trying to ask here. Undergraduate student from private institution able to apply? Yes. You have to have at least a degree lah if it's research tu sahaja. I wonder if how many people in the founders committee and the selection committee? About 4 to 5 per stage. Yeah. What if our budget needs to be revised during the attachment? Itu susah sikit. During the attachment, you can't revise the budget anymore. So before you go, if you are the selected grantee, work on the budget to the T and have some maybe MISC budget ke in case of anything. Then tak apa. You cannot add on to your budget if you're already there at the attachment because you've already signed a contract. Okay, thank you. Yes, now back to the online question. Siapa tadi nak tanya soalan?
Yes, I'm Izzati. I'm from Faculty of Medicine, UiTM. So, hi. My question related to the placement location. Just now you mentioned we can apply up to at least 2. And does it have to? You mentioned it doesn't have to be academic institution only. So, if let's say I am to mix like hospital and academic institution, will that be okay?
Yes, boleh. 2, 3 tempat pun boleh. So long as berdekatan lah because you have to make the 3 months make sense kan. So you need to decide lah what makes sense for you. We takkan hold you against it ke apa-apa tak ada. But you can mix university or company. It's up to you basically. So long as it helps you in your pursuit.
Thank you very much. That clarified my concern. Thank you.
There was a question. Hi.
Hi, okay, sorry. I've got a question. Nadia, right? Amirul here from INTI. I've got a question. So basically, so right now the department that I'm working for at INTI is having, how do I say that? We have our partner university outside of Malaysia. So if let's say I'm planning to do the attachment at the university that we're having collaboration with, is that allowable too?
Boleh, but it has to be outside Malaysia.
Okay, all right, that's the question. Okay, thank you so much.
For example, INTI, you are currently collaborating with them here, but you want to go finally meet them face to face, macam tu kan? Boleh?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boleh.
Okay.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, are there any more questions before I have just a few more slides before we go? Okay, I will. I'm currently pursuing postgraduate degree and will graduate this October. Okay, eligible to apply. Yes, you are eligible to apply under working professional. Kalau dapat interview physical online, yes. Okay, so the first step, which is the first shortlisting, you tak perlu apa-apa. They will just judge you based on the whatever you submit. The interview with selection committee is a physical interview. So yes, we appreciate if you can make time for the interview sometime in June. It's macam ala Shark Tank jugalah, but less scary lah. I would have to say our committee is, I promise, they're friendlier. But you will be given like 5 minutes to pitch why you should be selected as a grantee this year. That will be followed with a Q&A question and answer with our panel. Then they will trim the list to about 10 or 11 or 12 depending. For the board punya final selection, which is a maximum of 5. If you want to purchase equipments for the research project, equipment ni susah sikit. I would have to review your proposal and work with you. Like equipments, normally why you're going for the attachment is for you to use the facilities at the international institution. So no, I would say no at this point of time, but maybe if you can help me understand further lah, because purchasing equipments are expensive. So the grant is not for the project. It is for you punya attachment experience. So barang lab reagents probably, but not necessarily equipments. Books maybe, but not equipments. Okay. There was a question just now.
Good afternoon, Puan Nadia. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. Yes.
I'm Amirul, general pediatrician from University Science Malaysia. I want to ask one question. Currently, I'm working as the general pediatrician. If I want to continue my attachment in international for such specialty, is that included in this grant, Merdeka Award?
Boleh? It is one of your specialty juga kan? Yeah, you can. Merdeka Award Grant, you mean, right? For the grant itself? Yeah, you can. Boleh.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Puan Nadia.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, nanti kita continue balik kejap. Let me just quickly finish my presentation. So, tadi grant kita dah sembang dengan panjang lebar. I've talked to you about the grant program. Now, please allow me just a few minutes to talk about the Merdeka Award. Although this year we will not have the Merdeka Award as we are focusing on the grant, but the drive for nomination for Merdeka Award is also open already from the 1st of Jan. Cuma it's a bit longer lah until the end of the year. Kalau grant, you kena apply yourself. Merdeka Award, there's no self-nomination. So for you, we just need your help to spread the word in terms of the nomination drive. Like if you know anyone that has that inspiring or greatness basically in various categories similar to what I've mentioned earlier: education and community, environment and planetary health, humanities, arts and sports is a new category for the Merdeka Award. So we're quite excited for that. This will be introduced in 2026. And outstanding contribution to science, technology and innovation. So anything got to do with health pun dalam tu juga. We also have a outstanding scholastic achievement category and Anugerah Khas Merdeka. This is something different for Merdeka Award sebab this used to be our foreign category, meaning for foreigners who do good work and impactful work here in Malaysia. Kalau grant tu, they highlight potential impact. Merdeka Award ni, whatever it is you're doing, it has to already have impact lah to the country or to the people of Malaysia in all the categories that I've mentioned earlier lah. So for 2026, Anugerah Khas Merdeka ni dah tukar, not just for foreigners, it is also for Malaysians who do good work outside of Malaysia as well. Because we feel that they also provide that sense of excellence. Maksudnya, they are able to encourage more Malaysians to, foster a culture of excellence. So that's the main objective of the trust kan. So that's a new category as well for Merdeka Award. And of course, we introduced the Anugerah Harapan Merdeka the last 2 cycles. So ni, they are not necessarily Merdeka Award recipients yet. Cuma they are the rising star. They might win the Merdeka Award in the future. And this is open for individuals under 40 years old and organizations under 10 years of inception. So this is the Merdeka Award. It's different than the grant program. This is one of our first program that we introduced lah. Okay. And since we introduced it in 2007, we have 64 individuals and 6 organizations who have received the award. So like I mentioned earlier, there's no self-nomination. Maksudnya your university, company, somebody else, colleagues, peers would have to nominate somebody, and the nomination is also online on the Merdeka Award top page as well. All right, under award nomination. It's open until 31st of December 2025. Software. Okay. Now back to the grant question. So we do not cover for you to purchase equipment per se. Software, if it's needed, then maybe you just have to provide justification in the budget. So long as it helps you during that 3 months attachment. All right. I hope that answers your question. I didn't get your name there. Okay. Lastly, just maybe allow me to wear a different hat on behalf of of our founders, Petronas. They have this Energy Asia Awards. They are returning for the second time this year. So, sorry, Energy Asia Conference. So under this year, they're introducing the Energy Asia Awards for the first time, and it is open from submission for the award is open from 6th Jan until 31st of March. If you need more information, please scan the QR code displayed on screen, or you can go to the official Energy Asia website as displayed here, www.officialenergyasia.com/awards, or you can email energyasiaawards@petronas.com. So in terms of the category, there are two Energy Asia Award category. The first is the Innovation category, Eureka Award. It honors innovative project that addresses the environmental challenges in the ASEAN energy landscape. And the second category is the Social Impact category or Trailblazer Award. And this award honors social impact project that advance the energy transition in Asia. So if you're working on something got to do with energy transition, whether it is innovation or social impact related, you can find out more information by going to the Energy Asia Award website. So as a winner, you will receive a trophy. You will be covered on the cost for you to attend the conference, and you'll get a delegate pass, and you are able to participate in pitching sessions and speaking opportunities at the Energy Asia conference as well. All right, so that's just a little bit of iklan on behalf of one of our founders, Petronas, for Energy Asia Award. So for more information, you can scan the QR code or go to their official website. Okay, I've come to the end of my presentation today. For those of you who are looking for updates on Merdeka Award, please follow us on the social media platform. We're everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, as well as X. And of course, more information is available on our website, www.merdekaaward.my. Before I end, maybe I can take a few more questions. Oh, there's one question online. Quick question. If we're working as a professional and also PhD student, what category? Then maybe you go under working professional in the application form.
Puan, I got a question, Puan.
Sekejap, let me just answer this question kejap. So tadi Zulfika, dia kata tanya pasal if you are also a PhD student or working professional. Depends on which one is your strongest pursuit in terms of your project lah. But maybe working professional kan, I'm not sure. I hope that answers your question. Yes, sir. You have a question just now. Go ahead.
How much the limit amount for the grant, Puan?
Kita tak ada capping for now. We do not reveal. So for now, you just list down apa yang you perlu saja dalam budget. Kalau terlebih, we will work with you. Kalau terkurang, also we will work with you. Macam itulah. We have to, based on the standard or average cost lah macam tu. Sometimes buat pun risau kalau budget tu terlalu kurang for that 3 bulan attachment. But just to make it clear, the cost budget should just be on the attachment itself, bukan project punya related lah. Maksudnya kita tak bagi funding for your project, kita bagi funding to cover your expenses during the attachment. So that clarifies your question.
So that's mean after 3 months for the attachment, what is the final output that we will bring back to the Malaysian or university?
Your research is your own. We do not hold any rights to you punya project ke research proposal. We just need you upon your return to submit the final report on your findings during your 3 bulan, your conclusion lah kan, apa yang you dah belajar kat sana, and compile all the relevant receipts, and there's a weekly update for you to just share with us while you're there as well lah. That we're able to share with more Malaysians on your attachment experience. Macam tu. And that's it.
Okay, got it, Puan. Thank you.
University, that's up to you lah. You can work with your uni lah, like what kind of other reporting to that you have to ask your university or where you're working lah in terms of what they need, because they lepaskan you for 3 bulan kan. So that one you can work with them lah in terms of what other briefing that they need. But from our, yes, there is a final report. Okay, one more question here. I hope that answers your question here tadi. Haris says has already done the master and will continue PhD at the university in Japan. I'm applying this award using master certificate. Is it okay to choose the same university for my PhD as my grant application to get a pre-data early for research? Boleh? So you graduate from the same university but you want to go back there to continue. Boleh je, tak ada masalah.
Assalamualaikum, Puan Nadia. Farid from UM. So one more question.
Yeah.
So next year, the budget for the materials or consumables to do a certain project, for example, in the particular institution. So usually this money to buy the materials, usually we don't buy it ourselves. Usually we need to go into that particular academic, like account that is under the university to buy whatever materials that we need. So is it possible, or maybe do you have experience in doing that? Let's say, for example, the budget for the materials, let's say 5,000 euro or something, you transfer that to the this particular academic account rather than giving it to us, because then if the money is given to us, we can't really do the purchase.
Oh, susah sikit tu sebab the funding, because we are an individual grant kan, maksudnya all the funding go to you. You would manage the purchase or expenses basically. Kalau you perlu transfer to university, you have to do it yourself. Kita tak boleh buat untuk you lah macam tu, sebab from our side kita punya finance kena to you macam tu, directly to you, because it is an individual grant. So you manage your expenses, whatever lab reagent ke apa, you work with your uni ke, sometimes after I dah transfer to you, you can work with your current uni and they will do the transfer or whatever lah macam tu.
Okay, thank you.
We can provide you support letter ke apa for your current university to say that you receive this funding ke apa. Kalau you perlukan apa-apa, you just let us know. Cuma for payment to avoid complication lah ya, or audit ke apa, it's easier for us, memang kita kena transfer dekat you because we're an individual grant. Yeah,
okay, thank you.
I hope that clarifies. Okay, there was a question online. Hi, is lecture series considered as academics category or working professional? I'm not sure what kind of lecturer consider. Noor, I tak faham. I'm not sure I quite follow. Maybe if you like to unmute your mic and ask the question. Lecturer considered as academics category. I think you would fall under working professional, if I understand your question correctly lah ya. Yes, under working professional. So yes, you can apply lah. Depends on the bidang in which you're going to lah. If during the attachment kita nak join conference program related kita punya attachment, yes you can. We highly encourage you to do that as well. Kos untuk menghadiri fees semua tu boleh masuk juga dalam budget. Yes, you just include some budget for the attachment. Alright, so boleh-bolehnya we're in Merdeka, macam when we give you an amount, we want you to utilize it as much as you can lah. Okay, but of course it has to make sense and it has to be reasonable macam tu. Yeah. Ada tak soalan lain yang I terlepas on YouTube or Facebook or online lagi? Any more questions before we wrap up for today? Before we go, minta tolong everyone to just scan your attendance, scan the QR code displayed. Kalau you tak scan your attendance lagi, much appreciated, so that we can also keep you in our database and include you in other programs that Merdeka Award does, because sometimes kita pun buat talk. You get to attend mentoring session ke, or listen to our Merdeka Award talk series where we invite industry experts to come, or other events basically. So please do scan the QR code so that you are included in the Merdeka Award database. And lepas ni you might get a message from one of our team members untuk join our WhatsApp community for regular updates lah, sama ada grant ke, award ke, or other sub programs that we may have, that we may organize. Alright. Okay, one last question. Hi, I have samples from Malaysia, bio samples. Saya nak bawa samples ke University UK masa attachment. Postage included ke sana boleh cover? Yes. As a sample we used to analyze, yes, it will be covered so long as it's for the purpose of your attachment. Hi, how do I know what are the projects are there? I mean, where can I find guide? Sorry, Shorisha Mini, I'm not sure. How do I know what are the projects? What projects are there? It has for the attachment, it has to be based on what you are currently working on lah, so that going for the attachment will help you in to elevate your knowledge, experience, networking. I hope that is your question, Jamil. I apologize if I misunderstood your question. Maybe if you'd like to ask me directly pun boleh. We do not reveal our budget for now, so sila propose whatever that you need first, and don't worry so much about it. We will work with you kalau ada terlebih ataupun terkurang in terms of budget. Bila dah bukan proposal semua tu dalam bahasa Melayu boleh, proposal boleh dalam bahasa Melayu, tak ada masalah. Bahasa Melayu or English shouldn't be a problem. There was another. Can I have one last question? I think kita pun dah nak terlebih almost half an hour. One last question please before we go. Somebody raised tangan tadi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Zulfikar. Regarding to my earlier questions about if we are working as a professional and also currently a PhD student, so in terms of fulfilling the form, the in the website, what should we put in it? Is it in, because I'm not sure whether my research is still ongoing, but for example, the attachment will be going next year. So, is it what should I write in the form? Is it student or working professional?
It depends whether the research or proposal is related to what you're currently working on jugalah. Kalau ya, then you should be under working professional ataupun you can just be research lah juga. It depends. I'm not sure in terms of the technicality of your punya application kan. So you can decide actually. Sebab dalam form tu tak ada indicate researcher or working professional pun sebenarnya. You just have to put it in the proposal. You are currently doing what, you are currently
Oh, I
working
see.
as what in yeah. So it is not like a item that you have to take in the form, but we just need to know lah, like are you a working professional or are you a researcher, etc. Does that
Alright,
answer your
thank you.
question?
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, one more last question. Wondering if okay, ada dua soalan. What if we have balance of money, we need to return it? Ini yang saya good question. As best as we can, we don't want you to return it, but it has to be follow according to your receipts lah. Like I mentioned, for food we follow subsistence allowance, so you don't have to worry about that. But some of the other big ticket items, so it has to be exact lah. If there are balances, unfortunately you have to return because we are also audited for audit purpose lah. Tu sahaja. Alright, but try to use as much as you can, which is why we encourage you to attend conferences or seminars, etc. that's relevant to your body of work there. You can utilize your miscellaneous budget as well once you are there. Alright. Saya nak tanya dalam website saya perlu ada buat posting social media. Yes, public speaking dalam kali setahun tu maksimum je sebenarnya. Not to worry so much about the I mean, we will work with you. We understand you're also working and we will not hold you against it kalau you cannot make it to any of our briefings ke events ke. But yes, you are required to submit a weekly report and weekly report tu will be part of the social media posting that kita akan post untuk you lah. Maksudnya macam tu. So I hope that clarifies your question. And 6 kali setahun tu bukan not necessarily within the year. Sometimes we spread it until the next following year ke. We want to invite you as mentors to encourage the grant program as we go along. That's what it means sebenarnya. I hope that clarifies your question, Kenneth. My master study duration until 2026, but my research assistant position until August year. So which category I need to fill up? It's up to you actually. Working professionals pun boleh. Under research pun boleh. Not a problem. I hope that answers your question. Okay, everyone, it's already 12:55. Thank you so much for joining and thank you for all the wonderful questions that you've shared with us. We really appreciate it. Kalau ada more follow-up questions, you can email it to us. Merdeka Award, MERDEKA AWARD @petronas.com, or you can reach us via our social media platform. You can DM us as well. I hope this briefing will provide you with more clarity in terms of the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. So final words from us would be submit your applications as early as you can. Jangan tunggu last minute because sometimes ada kan in case of technicalities or further follow-up questions, you still have time to ask the secretariat. Alright. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time. And we hope to get a lot of applications from you guys this year. All right. Thank you, everyone, and do take care. In the meantime, please scan the code if you have not submitted your attendance. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to follow us on social media.